AFC West family, we are back. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, I am one of your hosts, Graphk Raider Man. Salute to everybody also watching on little bro Darcy's channel and everybody that will be watching this afterwards on Ben's channel also. Real quick, man, salute to Casey Sports Report today, man. My guy Darcy's in the building, and he is live and live in color at ESPN Kansas City.
Bro, is that a green screen? Come on.
It is not. It is not. We're in studio here at ESPN Kansas City and ready to make some Raiders fans very upset. It's going to be great.
ESPN never talks about the Chiefs, right? So this will be the first time ever ESPN talks. Come on, man. Y'all get the worst.
Salute to my brother Ben over at Sports Talk Denver. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. It's like football is around the corner. There's like football this month, right? Is it? Or no, we got July 31st.
We technically have OTAs.
Yeah.
We technically have OTAs.
Yeah. So basically like the Chargers real season, right?
Yes. Yes.
Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet. That means hit those thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. We appreciate everybody here in the building. Our brother Jake will not be here today. He had prior engagements, some family stuff. So salute to our guy. We're going to have some fun predicting the Chargers schedule. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do something a little different here today. Okay. We're going to have Darcy basically predict the Raiders schedule. I've already went across, my prediction with my team. So there's no real need for it. Ben is going to cover the Chiefs schedule, and then I will cover the Broncos schedule. And we're going to try and keep this as much non-biased as possible. And then we'll all three cover the Chargers on the way out.
And that we can be biased, right? We'll just count them.
Yeah. Right. We're definitely. You want to spend time with your family?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll show you. Not win a game in our predictions.
I have a nagging suspicion that they won't, man. So
before he dives in on yours, what was your prediction for the Raiders?
I had us, I believe, 10-7 or a basement of 9-8.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what Darth says. Then we'll just kind of talk through each one, and if we agree or disagree with this pick.
I had a ceiling of 11-6. I settled in at 10-7, but I have a basement of 9-8.
So you would be like very upset if you went like, I don't know, 6-11 or like 5-12.
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. Okay. But you know what though? Let me say this: a 9-8, I'd be like, okay, we're on the way up. You know what I mean? 8-9, even I'm like, it was a major improvement from last season, right? You doubled your win total. Year one with Pete Carroll, but with us making these moves and Pete going to get his guy and Gino, I think that they want to win some football games right now. Regardless if we have the roster to do so, I think that they're going all out to try and make sure that we secure as many wins as possible. We're going to start here with Darcy. He will be covering our Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
Yes.
I've never been more excited to talk Raiders football than right now.
Graphk, if you guys have 4 wins and you get Archie Manning, will you be happy though?
No, I would not.
But what if Ashton Genty pops off, Brock Bowers looks amazing, and you get Arch next year?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't want it.
All right.
I don't want it like that. All right, so we went over to NFL Perry Pick'em. Salute to them and the website. Jake actually put us on to this. It's going to be real easy. Just a click of a button, and we got the results here. We'll start here in week 1. Once again, Darcy has the Raiders. He will be covering this every step of the way. Patriots start on the road, which historically, Darcy, we have struggled in East Coast games. They did not help us at the beginning of this season, at the end of the season as well. But the meat and potatoes of the schedule, I think, were pretty much cool. But traveling east, it's kind of tough. New Patriot team, Mike Vrabel. Drake May has some new weapons out there. They have a new offensive line, some new ground game. I think that this is going to be a sneaky team out there in New England. How do you call this one right here? Jacoby Myers reunion with New England, and also a bunch of guys, Robert Spillane. Chasen, Marcus Epps. The list goes on. A bunch of Raiders went to New England this offseason. How are you feeling about this one?
I'll tell you what, I am a self-proclaimed Raiders expert at this stage in the game, so I'm going to give the Raiders a week 1 win. Listen, Stephon Diggs is on a boat right now somewhere in the Bahamas. Well, actually, no, he's not. He's at OTAs.
Yeah.
He might not be for long. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in New England. I think that they're going to be one of those teams that probably ends up having a really good like mid-season run where it's like, okay, we don't totally suck, but week 1, I'm going to give it to the Raiders.
Mr. Boats and Hose is at OTAs right now.
No. Yeah, I mean, there's pink. He's got pink powder all over the place. But the one thing that kind of like new coaches moving into a new system, like that kind of offsets, because you got Vrabel being brand new there, and then obviously Pete Carroll. The Patriots do start off hot. Remember last year they shocked the league and beat Cincinnati week 1. Yep. But yeah, I think going east of all times. I actually am going to say that too, man, because I think you start with a win.
And I think that defense is going to be sneaky in New England. Vrabel's a great defensive mind. They went and got Milton in free agency. They added some other pieces through the draft.
Spillane. Remember when you guys had him?
Yeah, the Raiders are going to want this as well, you guys. Josh McDaniels, he's the OC out there. Our time with him sucked.
I can't believe he does the job in football.
Forgot about that, dude.
Yeah, so it's the battle of the Josh McDaniels. It's the Josh McDaniels Bowl for us. So, and salute to Mutation. What's up, Graphk? Got the signed Max Crosby jersey in the mail today. Thank you so much, brother Mutation. Appreciate you, man, for giving me an update. Salute. I hope you enjoy, my brother. Salute to Mutation on a $5 special. Let's get back to it. Week 2. We travel back west, Darcy. We get an extra day off. Monday Night Football under the bright lights. Jim Harbaugh, Pete Carroll. This is going to be one of the ones. I mean, we know their historical rivalry, right? I mean, at the collegiate level, NFL. I mean, these guys, they're friends, but they're also arch rivals. They really had a really good draft this offseason. They went and picked up some. I'm just going to say some bodies. I don't think they really had an impressive free agency period, but coming off of a playoff appearance last season. We travel back home, Las Vegas. Gino gets to play indoors where he's been historically really, really good. How are you calling this one right here?
I don't think you guys are going to win. I'm going to give it to the Chargers. And this is one of those games that honestly, I feel like if you win it, it's kind of like, okay, culture's changed. I mean, not culture's changed, but like this is a pretty big early season matchup because we don't know what you guys are going to be. We don't know if you're going to be a 10-win team, a 5-win team, a 3-win team. We don't know if, Pete Carroll is going to have these guys ready to go in week 2. I'm just going to bet on the Chargers, which is a terrifying statement to say, but I'm going to bet on them being the more complete team in week 2, and that's why I'm going to give them the win.
It's going to be fun watching the Marion Hampton and Genty battle it out. Two first-round guys in this year's class, number 1A, 1B to a ton of people, including myself, the 2 best running backs in this class. I know Ben would like to disagree with that because of RJ Harvey.
No, I agree with that. I mean, here's my thought. The Chargers are coming back from Brazil. They're like they've just played their Super Bowl. You get the new coach effect in Pete Carroll. And you played them tough both games last year. I mean, one of them, both games you played them tough, and you definitely had a better offseason than them. They don't I mean, you're back home. That's going to be probably the best game of the week in the division. That's a great game.
Yeah, Pete gets a chance to finally see a home game. This is the first time that Pete will be in Allegiant Stadium coaching this football team. So I think he's going to have them ready. Once again, it will be a struggle traveling all the way back east, but we do get that extra day. And this is going to be a very it's going to be ugly. Yeah, it's going to be a slobber knocker, like a very close game. We're both going to run the football down each other's throats, and whoever probably scores there with 2 minutes left probably ends up winning this ball game. I think it's going to be close. I had us winning. You have us losing, Darce. What do you have, Ben?
Honestly, I think it's a pick 'em, but this is Graphk. You carry this family. Give me the Raiders, but yep,
I got it. I got it.
You got
this one, look, this is
no chance. Skip next.
You travel back east.
Dude, wow.
Like back east. And now you face a team that was in the NFC championship last year. Jaden Daniels, phenomenal quarterback, had a great rookie season. Cliff Kingsbury had that offense gelling. Dan Quinn is a great defensive mind. He had that defense rolling too. They had a really good offseason. I mean, Darcy, I think this is pretty easy, right? I mean, mind you, there is a way where we can go out there and we can beat them. It's any given Sunday in the NFL, but I mean, the Commanders coming off a phenomenal season. I mean, how do you call this one?
I think you guys lose pretty bad. I think it's pretty safe to say that you guys are going on the road. You guys are getting stomped.
Remember the last time I thought that when they went to Baltimore and won? But yeah, they're
that
going to
is
lose
true.
this one.
That is true. Maybe you guys will go 1-2 in your first 3, and that one win will be the Commanders.
The one that none of us expect.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
This was the first loss I had on our schedule with doing my predictions. So I think, and I think this may be closer than what Darcy is saying, but we shall see. But I understand that we're coming off a 4-13 season. They're coming off of an NFC Championship appearance. So I expect this to be pretty much everybody's answer, unless you're a biased Raider fan. And I love you guys for it. I love you for it. But I got to be honest. I have us losing this as well. We come back home. This is going to be one that I've said that I think Pete is going to take this personal. All the Ben Johnson talk in the offseason about the Raiders. And if we don't bring him in, Pete Carroll is 1B. Okay. We're going back home. This is our second game at Allegiant Stadium. Ben Johnson's going to take some time. I mean, they got a ton of talent out there, man, a ton of talent. But it's going to take a little time to put that thing together. I think personally on the offensive side of the ball, we don't know what Ben Johnson looks like without Dan Campbell and that rah-rah, head coaching mindset that he brings to the table. We don't know what this thing is going to look like in Chicago. But we're going back home. How do you call this one, Darcy? We got Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, Roma Dunze, DJ Moore. Do you like this for the Raiders, or are you calling another L here?
See, this is like so difficult to pick because on paper, I like the Bears, but the Bears, very similar to the Raiders, always disappoint when you actually have to play football. And so it's a pick 'em to me. I'm going to give you guys the edge just because you are at home. But I would not be surprised if the Bears won. But I don't feel, if you were to bet on that game, don't do it.
Too late.
Don't do it. But
I think Pete Carroll is going to be so amped up for this game. He is just going to have OLV channel all the stuff that Graphk was saying about how he wants Ben Johnson. Give me Ben Johnson. And that's going to be bulletin board materials. I'll show you. The Bears are my least favorite NFC team without a doubt. And so Raiders win.
I'm kind of questioning their run game as well. They waited until the 7th round to take a running back, the kid out of Rutgers, which I haven't been hearing good things about him at OTAs thus far. They still have DeAndre Swift, the guy that Ben Johnson coached in Detroit.
But also traded away from. So it all sounded like Ben Johnson didn't like Swift.
Luther Burdenno is going to be a dog and a half.
Dude, Caleb Williams is not him though, dude. He is. The fact that they had to and again, props to Gino for this, but the fact that they had to coach Caleb Williams up on his body language, that's something you never have to say to any other quarterback in the AFC West. They said, you're laying on the ground and pouting too much. You don't have to say that to Justin Herbert or Geno Smith or Bo Nix or Patrick Mahomes. I think Caleb Williams is going to flame out.
Well, I'll say this though. They
Bo Nix, but that's probably a conversation for a different.
Get out of here.
They did add a ton of O-line. They got one of the better centers in free agency, brought him in from Atlanta. They went and made the move for Jonah Jackson. They got your guy.
For nothing. They just stole him. Highway robbery.
So, but they improved the most where it mattered the most. You know what I mean? I'm still expecting Nick Chubb to sign with them at some point here in the near future as well. I think that he's going to be a Bear at some time. I think it's only a matter of time. But, and what does he really have at 29 years old coming off those 2 nasty injuries? So we shall see. But, okay, right now you got us at 2-2. We get back on the road, travel back east. This is a team that, we've battled with this team. It seems like every time we face this team, the Indianapolis Colts, it's pretty close. I think I'll be at this game as well, traveling out to Indianapolis. So, hey, if you're out there.
Graphk, that's 3 hours for me. I would love to meet you and go to that.
You got to come hang out. Yep. You got to come. I know we're going to do it at the Combine. Yep. I got sick. You had some other stuff going on, but you definitely got to pull up. Yep. I will be out there. But who's going to be starting? Is it going to be Danny Dimes? Is it going to be Anthony Richardson? There's a lot of question marks surrounding this team right now. They had an interesting offseason. Their owner just passed away. Rest in peace to Irsay. I call this a dub. I called it a dub on my show. I think we're just a better football team on paper and just on the football field this year. I think we're going to be better than the Colts. But how do you call it?
I completely forgot about their quarterback situation. And since it is so bad, I don't think either of these teams are – this is a pick 'em to me, but I'm going to give it to the Raiders because of quarterback play, and you guys at least have stability. I think coaching staff stability is also something that at this stage in the season, like week 5, you're going to have it. You should have it figured out. You hopefully should have it figured out. Even though you're going on the road, the Colts are just one of those teams. Listen, we have a weird history with the Colts. We lose to them for whatever reason.
They're always a competitive team, Darcy, for some reason. I don't know what it is, man.
They're the 8-9 champions. Like, they're always just like good enough to hover. They're the Steelers. They're the Steelers, essentially. But yeah, I think you guys will probably end up winning. And I don't even know why I'm like saying this, but I have you guys like with more wins at this stage than I thought I was gonna have.
I was like going in saying they're a 4-win team, and when I actually look at it game by game like
you
this,
guys get that last place schedule.
But you know why though? You see how it now you see how it lines up, right? It matters when you go on the road. It matters when you have a home game. It matters when if you catch a team after a short week. Like it really does. Every advantage you can get in the NFL, you got to take advantage of it.
When Gino plays good in a dome, like Lucas Oil is a dome. Yeah. But they are like when Broncos played him, we won. But if Jonathan Taylor, remember, he dropped the ball at the 1-inch line, and that was, we scored. So it was a 14-point swing there. You remember that? And like they were way tougher than I thought. And if they could figure out, it sounds like Danny Dimes is lighting it up in OTAs, and Anthony Richardson.
He'll be the starter.
Up, but yeah,
he'll be the starter.
Give me the Raiders too, man.
Real quick, salute to everybody in the chat as well, you guys. We will definitely get to your comments here in a second. I see my brother Wasted. I see Hug D's. I see everybody flaming my guys, as you guys should. They're still the ops, regardless of their family. So get them. Get them. Get them. Salute to everybody here in the building. Also, salute to my guy. Did I see my boy in the building? I think I did. I think I see one of my other mod fathers. Hug, Wasted. Okay, maybe I'm tripping right now. The chat is just flowing right now. But
my mom's in the chat.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We'll keep the.
Thank you guys. She's also in Darcy's DMs again. Gosh,
she lives in them, bro. She's got to relax.
I don't even know what that means.
She's seen the ESPN Kansas City sign, and she was like,
"That's Scott Van Pelt."
Yo, hilarious. All right, now we go to week 6. Darcy has us at 2-2. I think 3-2.
Makes me sick.
Dang, and here's another one, dude. This is a guaranteed win.
We got and salute to King Jamie, the mad. She said, "I'm here for Darcy." I think is it a girl, dude? I don't know.
That's my guy, King Jamie.
Okay.
I believe it's pronounced Jaime.
Salute to Jaime in the building. All right, we travel back home once again. Gino's back inside, back indoors. We get the Titans. This is an interesting team, man. They got a ton of veterans. A bunch of them, I believe, didn't report to OTAs today. I think Jeffrey Simmons wasn't there. Tyler Lockett, he just had a kid. They got some pieces, Calvin Ridley. But I don't know what this team is going to look like. They got Cam Ward. He looks like he lighted it up at OTAs. I'm going to be honest. I've been seeing him throw the football. He looks like he's going to be special. If they can protect him and give him a ground game in year 1, they could be an interesting team here. But on the road, they're traveling west. Darcy, how you calling this one?
I can tell you what the Titans are going to look like. They're going to look bad. They're going to look really bad. You guys are going to win this game. Like, again, you have the last place schedule, but this is going to, you should win this by at least 10 points. Wait, no, you guys win.
Yeah, you put a loss.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Come on, bro.
I mean, listen, you want to keep it there, you can keep it there. But
there you go. No. We need as many dubs as we can get.
4-2, dude. That's amazing.
I love it. I love it. I am absolutely here for it. All right, Darcy, just go ahead and get this shit over with, bro. We can just go ahead and.
Yeah, this is a loss.
What do you guys want to lose by? A touchdown, a field goal, a blocked field goal, 2
Darcy,
touchdowns.
Come on, too soon.
Listen to me, man. We're going to be a little tired right here. We're going into our bye week. We're going on the road where we've been pretty historically bad playing in Kansas City, at least in recent memory. I called this an L on my show. So I don't take this personal. I think it's going to be close, Darcy. This isn't going to be an ass whooping. It's not.
Is it like a Jackson Powers Johnson bot snap close, or is it a blocked field goal close?
I'm gonna mute this dude's mic, man.
Get him off.
How close are we talking?
It's disgusting. Where a touchdown.
Okay.
Under 7 or under.
Okay.
It's gonna be a close one. I'm telling you right now.
I'm not gonna sit here and say the Chiefs are gonna blow you guys out just because we don't blow anybody out, but it'll be one of those. It'll be one of those ugly games that you're just like, we could have won it, and then you didn't. So
you're coming off a game against Detroit the week before, so you could, that'll
take out our aggression on the city of Detroit.
No, but like folks are going to be talking that up as a Super Bowl preview, and you could see them looking past the Raiders and the Raiders running through to their bye. But yeah, I do think Chiefs win.
We get the bye week. We get a chance to go back home,
Give you a W. Give him a
I
dub
was
for
gonna say,
bye week.
can't
You need
lose
as
the bye
many.
week.
Yeah,
Well,
you
you
need as
got
many dubs as you can
in
get.
Vegas. You can lose the bye week.
Yeah.
We'll
You
see.
definitely can lose the bye week in Las
We'll see.
Vegas. Yes.
Henry
Definitely,
Ruggs.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Off the field, just in the casinos, yes. But we got Jacksonville, Duval back at home, week 9. This is an interesting team. They brought in an offensive-minded head coach. They got a new GM in the building. They drafted 2 running backs, even though they had Etienne and Bigsby on the roster. They went and got, Trav. They got one of the best players in this year's class. They made a move to move up and go get him. They traded a ton of draft capital to do so. They got Brian Robinson, one of the better young wide receivers in the NFL. How do you call this one, Darcy? We're at home.
One thing real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
You guys got super host here because it looks like the Jaguars also are coming off a bye week, and that's pretty rare to usually the bye week's a huge advantage coming off. Jaguars also have a bye week, so I don't know if that impacts you at all.
I love it.
I'm going to give it to the Jags. I'm going to give it to the Jags. I think they're going to have a bounce back season after. I mean, they can't possibly be as bad as they were last year. I like what they got. I think Travis Hunter is going to be a dog, and maybe, you know what? Maybe he'll catch a touchdown. Maybe he'll have an interception against you guys. Maybe he'll just, be the full thing.
I see the hate starting to seep in now.
It's
after the bye week. It's looking like we real wild cardish right now, and Darcy's not going to allow this to happen.
No.
I see what we're doing here, but this is your world. We're just living in it. So it's nasty work though, but I'm cool. Week 10. This is the Thursday night game, right? So we're on a short.
Graph, we go into this? Okay.
We need to. This has to be the one.
That'd be sick.
It's on a short week. Both of us are on a short week. Thursday night football. Is it Thursday?
Yep.
Thursday night football. Week 10, Mile High. Well, I know it's not always going to be Mile High to me. Darcy, divisional game. This is going to be a close one. They got us twice last year. Before that, we beat them. We beat them a ton. But they got their issue back. I feel like this is going to be personal for us. Yeah, man, losing twice to the Broncos in one season, that's rough, man. That hurt my soul, bro. But go ahead, Darcy. Just go ahead and do what you do.
Did you guys lose twice to everyone in the division last year, or did you beat the Chargers?
They lost twice to everybody.
Okay, so one divisional win for you guys.
Hey, Darcy. Hey, tank for Shador, baby.
Tank for Shador. I told you guys he was trash. I told you. But anyway, I'm gonna give it to the Broncos. You guys are going on the road to Denver. I think Denver's gonna just take care of business.
Week 11, another big time game. I think this is Monday Night Football. So we have an extensive time off here. We go from Thursday. We have a Monday night game, week 11 against the Dallas Cowboys. It's the highest ticket in the NFL right now. Allegiant Stadium. One of our rivals, historic rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott versus Geno Smith. This is gonna be a fun one. How do you call this one, Darcy?
So I'm looking at week 11 and week 12, and I see that those teams, for whatever reason, I could see you going 1-1. I don't know who you're going to lose to in that 2-week stretch. What do you think's a tougher matchup, the Browns or the Cowboys?
You know what's funny? I had the Browns as the game that we just kind of came back down to reality with. That was the game. I called that an L on my show. I just felt like we were going to get a ton of wins here early on, and then it was just like something was going to bite us in the ass at some point. And it was
it's one of those games. It's either the Cowboys or the Browns, and it's like, okay, who's the quarterback for the Browns in week 12? Is it Joe Flacco? Is it
I think Geno was better than every one of those guys. So but once again, they went and improved that ground game a ton. They still have a great defense on paper. I mean,
what? We'll give the week 11 Cowboys game to the Raiders just because I think that, you guys are coming off of, a bye week and 2 losses. And then you also had 13 days rest or 8 days rest.
Well, Cowboys have the bye week before. I'm looking at your schedule, bro. You got hosed, man. Cowboys play you guys right off a bye week for them.
Okay.
I think you have a record for number of teams you play off of their bye week.
I don't think the Cowboys are going to be that good. So I think you guys can win that game. You're at home as well. I do think you lose to the Browns. You're losing one of those 2 games. I don't know which one it's going to be. I think it kind of depends on how week 9 and 10 go for you guys. Because if you go, let's say you beat Jacksonville, you lose to the Broncos, you might turn around and beat the Cowboys, but you could also, start to slide and then fall to the, Cowboys and the Browns and then just keep losing.
That's back-to-back
Cowboys
home
are-
games as well. Back-to-back
Cowboys
home games.
are 12-5 every year without Dak being hurt, man. So I would switch those, but I agree. You go 1-1 there. I don't think the Browns are that good, but
Week 13, we have the Chargers for the second time. You caught an L in Vegas. We have not played well at SoFi Stadium at all, but I don't think, Darcy, and this is just me, I'm not trying to change your mindset or anything. Pete can't lose to Harbaugh twice. Like, he just can't. This game's going to mean a lot. If he loses in week 2, in week 13, that's just not going to happen. I'm calling it now.
I do think you guys split with the Chargers, so I will give you guys the win in SoFi against the Chargers. I do think he gets swept, though, by everybody else.
Just nasty work. So we're in LA, down the street from Vegas. We're still pretty much home. We're on the West Coast, and you have us losing to the Broncos. So you have us losing to them twice this year.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. So I think now I see where your mindset is. The Giants is the last win that we get, huh?
Yeah. Well, we might be resting everybody in week 18. So you guys might get, your Denver Broncos, week 18 win that they got last year against us. But
7-10.
That's not bad. I wanted to give you guys 3 wins. That's not bad. I think Raiders fans, you should be lucky to be 7-10.
I should have had. What I should have done was to give the Raiders the bin.
I know I'm away. Like because I was a high school teacher, I gave every kid an A. Just
well,
like,
guess
hey,
what?
You showed up, you get an A.
Well, guess what, Ben?
Yeah.
You have the Chiefs.
Let's
get
go.
to that.
All L's.
Let me
Let's
check
go.
this off screen real quick.
How would you feel about 7-10, man?
I would hate it.
Okay.
I would absolutely hate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
8-9, I can live with. We doubled our win total. I can live with that because we were still on the outside looking in. At the end of the season, you're fighting for a wild card spot. 7-10 is disgusting to me, and I hate it. So, I'm hoping that this Chiefs team comes back down to earth.
They're coming back down, dude.
Oh, I love it, man.
Let me cook.
already
Boys,
speak
let's
English.
go.
So Brazil, week 1. Chargers. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh man, what was your record against the Chargers last year?
We swept them.
Swept them. Yeah.
We swept everybody but you when we decided to lose.
I mean, Super Bowl hangovers are legit, man. Like I was listening to a podcast with Debo Samuel, and he was talking about like they were legit in a depression, just the toll it takes on your body to play
in that
February.
Super Bowl. Who beat them in that one?
Yeah, and then how'd they do the year after that, man? 100%. You did. You've been a dynasty. It's over. Man, but I think you're going to beat the Chargers week 1.
Super Bowl hangover. You've been to 3. We've been to 5 out of the last 6. What do you mean Super Bowl hangover?
Hey, we were a conference.
I'm still drunk.
Yeah, we can tell.
Hey, I love this. This is the so-called get back game here, week 2, after getting blown out by like 94 points in the Super Bowl in front of the entire world. Darcy, how do we feel? Kansas City.
Easy for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Like,
I love it.
yeah, that game wasn't even close. It was one of my only times in life where I've like turned off the Super Bowl after halftime because it just wasn't.
I could probably name one other one that you maybe.
No, I watched till the end. I kept thinking we were coming back after the snap over his head. Yeah, I think. I mean, you could say that there could be like a Madden curse on Saquon or something like that, but yeah, definitely a loss there.
Oh, he'll be healthy this week too.
Yep. Man, week 3, Russell Wilson. You guys get a win there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm flipping the computer if you have us losing.
Week 4, Baltimore beats you. I think you're not gonna get the calls you've gotten before.
You're gonna start seeing me pray on this live stream. I'm just gonna start pray. What is going on? We're gonna lose. We're gonna be 2-2 in the first 4.
Yes, you will.
Hey Ben,
Graphk,
remember what Darcy said? He said the Jacksonville Jaguars also are gonna have a really, really good bounce back year.
Yeah, you're gonna beat Jacksonville. Absolutely gonna beat Jacksonville.
I forgot we even played Jacksonville.
I know.
Week 6 back home. You got 3 weeks back to back home games. Only the Chiefs.
Yeah, I was gonna say
only the Chiefs, dog. This is insanity.
Raiders got to play everybody off of their bye, and the Chiefs somehow get 3 home games in a row and all the calls.
More than 4 games next year.
Man, dude, that is a hard stretch. That is a hard 3 games to go. Jaden, I think the Detroit Lions are going to have a fall off here, so I think you will beat the Lions.
Who is Detroit going to be this year without Ben Johnson?
They just lost their all-pro center. He just retired.
Just retired. Yep. Frank Ragnow. Yeah, like I don't know what this team is going to look like, but you know what's funny, man? I probably am going to agree with you on that one. So Chiefs, I get it.
Hutchinson, I mean, doesn't look. They're putting out videos like Hutch is back, and he looks about as limber as I am. Did you guys see that video? He just doesn't look like himself.
Yeah. No. It's going to take some time for him to bounce back.
All right. You look past the Raiders and they are going to sneak up and beat you. And that sounds like I'm just saying that because Graphk is a bigger channel than both of us combined, which is true.
Stop.
But it's truly because last year you could argue that they should have beat you on a botched snap and they had a way better offseason than you. So I think you look past them, the Raiders win.
I had us going 1-1 against all you guys. I had us 3-3 this year. And I had us beating the Chiefs finally in Vegas and losing on the road.
Which makes sense because Vegas is week 18 and we might not be playing for anything. So
or you may be playing for everything.
So lost here for KC. Let's go. Let's go. You beat Jaden.
This is disgusting.
You're gonna beat Jaden.
You're gonna beat? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't want him to be better than Bo Nix, so I would love if they end up not being good.
Oh,
okay. Look at the personal bias.
Yeah.
Look at the bias coming out.
No, dude, I'm objective. I'm a scientist. Do you trust science? Yeah. All right. Just 2 weeks to stop the spread. Hey, shout out Xavier Foster.
We're accumulating stars in Bowers, Genty, and Besh. Don't be surprised if Thornton also surpasses expectations, especially with Gino at the helm. Salute to my guy, Xavier, on the $5 special. And
Thornton, I agree, friend of the show, right?
Yep. And Thornton's supposed to be back on the show on Friday. So stay tuned, you guys. We may have to change some timing up, but stay tuned. The show is already set up on the channel. It's supposed to be back this Friday, so stay tuned. I mean, how are you calling this one right here?
I don't believe in the Buffalo Bills. I know they do beat you in the regular season and then you beat them in the playoffs, but I just don't think they're good. So Chiefs beat the Bills.
This is where we disagree. This is crazy.
This is nasty work. I should have had the Chiefs.
And this is another Thursday night, right? The
week 11?
Yeah. Broncos.
At home?
Yep. Bo Nix wins without a blocked field goal. You beat the Colts.
Week 12, week 13 in Dallas, out here.
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man, that'll be fun.
Dallas got some home cooking.
Yeah. I mean, what else? The Dallas Cowboys win 12 games when Dak's healthy, but I think you're better than the Cowboys, so you beat them.
Okay.
Give me Houston Texans here.
I agree.
That playoff game was actually like a lot better than at least better than they played the Chargers, right? Like, what was the final score of that Texans
was never
game?
Close. What was it?
Yeah, it was. Texans, Chiefs.
It was one of those games, it was one of those games that was like, all right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong, but
it was a lot closer than what you wanted.
Scored them.
I was never like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose to the Texans.
Yeah. Well,
you were like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose to the Eagles.
Yeah, very quickly on that one.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Give me Chiefs here against the Chargers.
So you got them beating them twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly think the Raiders finish better than the Chargers this year, man.
I like that.
You beat the Texans or Titans.
Titans.
Yeah, for sure. And then, man, this is the Christmas night game. It's gonna ruin my Christmas. You're gonna beat us at home.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and then
we got them once. I don't think you're honest.
Yeah. Well, it's just the resting starters. But at 11-5, you probably don't have the 1 seed locked up, right?
No.
Okay.
This division
it falls apart.
Yeah. You beat them.
Okay. So 12-5. Darcy, how do you feel about that?
Is that going to be good for the division?
It should.
No.
I guess it's up to Graphk. I guess
honestly, I think it should be. I mean, unless there's another team right there. That's why these conference games matter a ton this year, and those divisional games they're conference games. They matter the most. You got to win those games because they're the Chargers, the Raiders. The Broncos, they may be tied with you at 12-5 here. We just don't know. We don't know.
So really quickly, I'm not going to go through every game. I think they'll get through to the bye week, which is in week 10, and they'll max have 2 losses. So I think they'll be 8-2 at the bye, and I think a safe record prediction for the Chiefs is 13-4, maybe 14-3. It just kind of depends on, I think we'll get our get back against the Eagles, but I'm also not really putting too much stock into it. Like, we can lose. I don't really,
dog. Look, you guys can easily, and I mean easily, and this is not me saying it because I hate the Chiefs. You could easily be here at 9 wins. That Commanders game, Bills game. I mean, you honestly think you're going to beat the Chargers twice this year? I think they're going to improve.
I think we will. I really do.
But tell me, like, betting everything on Jalen Moore, losing your starting guard.
But it's not. We're not betting everything on Jalen Moore,
Yeah,
right?
you are.
Everything
Josh
that I've
seen. Start.
Yeah, that's.
Josh.
I think that's more of a bet than Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore, I think, has actually shown in the small sample size that he could be, serviceable at left tackle. And listen, it's not going to be worse than Joe Tooney playing left tackle.
Dude, we're talking. He was the 63rd out of 67
they had
qualified tackles last year.
They had so many injuries last year, and they still won 15 games. So
I'm
not expecting them to win 15 games, but I don't think they're going to fall off a cliff.
I think this division is going to be close, and I'm talking about some 10-7, some 11-6. I don't think that any of our teams win 12 games this year. I don't. Yeah. I think that this is going to be very competitive.
We're going to beat each other up.
Yeah, for sure. I think that whoever wins this division probably has 11 games. 11 games.
Yeah.
Real talk. But we shall see. All right, let me get off this real quick. Once again, salute to everybody in the chat. Let me get to Ben's Denver Broncos. Boom. All right. You guys start at home week 1 against the Titans. Cam Ward. First game of his long illustrious career. The number 1 pick going into Mile High and beating the dogs. No, I'm just I got the Broncos winning this game.
I was going to lose my mind if we lost.
Yo,
that'd be a bad sign, dude.
Travel. Awesome. Oh, go ahead, Darcy. You guys have?
That'd be awesome if they lost week 1.
Oh, I would love
it. The tone for the season.
Oh, I would love for Cam Ward to start off his Jaden Daniel-esque type season and just going into Denver and beating the dog shit out of these guys. But I have to be honest, the Titans were drafting at 1 for a reason. I don't think that they did enough to improve that football team to even think about beating a playoff team like the Denver Broncos. Just got to keep it real. You guys get week 1. Week 2 in Indianapolis, 2-0 Broncos. Week 3 in LA. I really believe this is going to be once again a Broncos get 1, Chargers get 1, KC gets 1, Broncos get 1, Raiders. I just think it's going to go that way this year. And I got the Chargers at home week 3. Week 4, the Broncos and the Bengals. What are the Bengals going to look like, you guys? I mean, they just took care of, their wide receiver, the duo, with Chase and T. Higgins. Burrow's still out there. Trey Hendrickson is looking like he's not going to get a deal.
Still holding out. And then the guy they drafted to replace him is the only rookie who hasn't signed, and he hasn't shown up to anything.
It sounds like even their veteran linebacker, Jermaine Pratt, is probably going to be on the way out. I know they just drafted 2 linebackers, I believe, so they should be okay. But this is a weird Cincinnati team. I feel like, and maybe I'm tripping, y'all. Let me know. I feel like they're going to have to score like 40 or 50 points every week to try and win football games. And, Denver has been historically a tough place to play for any football team. I don't care. Anyone that's ever been to Denver, they know that air is different. It is very, very tough to go out there and win. I think it's going to be a close game. I do. But I trust the Broncos a little bit more in this game.
Last time we played them was that overtime thriller where
great game.
Yeah, probably one of the best games of the year. So
yeah, definitely. I got the Eagles here. It's at home. I'm not even going to play around with that one. Now, this one, you guys may just listen. It's the Jets. I know, the lowly Jets.
It's in London too, but it's in London, by the way.
Yes, it's in London. Once again, and this plays a major role in some of the thought process behind this. They brought a new quarterback in. You know what I mean? They Garrett Wilson is looking to, finally have a real big season with the quarterback that he played with at Ohio State. He's excited to, have that reunion. I like Aaron Glenn a lot. I think he's going to be a phenomenal head coach. I just hope, the Jets, just the Jets mystique, just that team, that franchise doesn't destroy him like they destroy most people. But he is a former Jet. I think that they're going to be a sneaky team out there. I do. On the road, out of the country. This is going to be that game, Ben, where I'm like, that game we always have, right? Where it's like, damn, we really lost that one.
Yeah, if we had that one, yep.
It's going to be that. It's going to be the Jets.
I hope not, man.
I got the Jets winning. This is easy. Week 7, you're coming back home. Back-to-back New York teams. The Giants are going to suck this year. I don't really care who they throw out there at the quarterback position. Russ, J-Mo, Dart. I don't really give a shit. They're going to be terrible. I got the Broncos at home, and they got back-to-back home games. This one, do you guys mind if I hold on to this game? No. I'm going to hold on to this one. Week 8 in Denver. I'm going to hold on to that one real quick. Denver Texans in Houston.
Can I just remind you, the last time the Broncos played in Houston, Russell Wilson had the ball on the goal line, 4-yard line, 1st and goal, with 4 attempts to get in there, and we beat the Texans when they actually were a better team than they were last year, and he threw an interception on 4th down. So, man, I think we got this. Graphk, help me out.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys the Cowboys win, but I'm giving the Texans
I'll take it.
Win. And right here, I already had this. You guys win this game. Thursday in Denver, short week. Yeah, you got us right there. Denver and Kansas City right here in the Mile High. I'm going to go ahead and give Denver this win.
Commander, that Darce, turn it up.
I actually think that if out of all the teams that we have the best chance of sweeping, it would probably be the Broncos. And the reason that I say that is because the bullshit that you guys pulled in week 18 when we weren't trying to win and you guys ran up the score. I think Andy Reid
ran up the score, bro.
He's still trying to, lose enough weight to see his feet. I think he is going to absolutely shatter you guys. On the road, at home, it doesn't matter. Merry Christmas. You guys are getting beat down.
Hey, Darcy, let me ask you this. Can somebody Google this real quick?
Yeah, I can try.
When was the last team coming off a bye week to lose 3 games in a row?
Oh, that'd be rough.
What was the last team in the NFL to lose 3 straight games after a bye week? I want to know. Has it ever happened?
Not happening this year.
It's happened a couple times. Okay.
What's the last one?
The last one was the Los Angeles Rams in 2021. They lost 3 straight after a bye.
Okay. Well, 2025, baby. 4 years later, the Denver Broncos get cooked. 7-7.
This is beautiful.
But they end the season with 3 wins. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're right.
3 wins. I had them at 10-7.
Bro, we were 10-7 last year, man, and we got way better.
Getting swept by the Broncos?
Who?
The Chiefs.
Well, you should have been swept by the Broncos last year.
Did I have them beat you guys the first time?
Yes. No, you gave them the win the first time.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay,
dude,
all right.
You think the Denver Broncos are going to win less games despite adding Hufanga, Dre Greenlaw, Evan Ingram, Jade Barron? And Bo Nix takes a step in the right direction as a sophomore.
The sophomore slump is real.
Listen,
I think Bo Nix played exceptional last season, but it has happened more than people know. That sophomore slump is real. Injuries occur. There's still some spots on that roster where I'm like, I still question a little bit on the offense side of the ball. I don't know how much until I see Sean Payton actually commit to the run and actually get the ground game rolling and not have to put everything on Bo Nix throwing 40, 50 times a game.
But he did it, and they made the playoffs with it. So, he can do it with that.
But mind you, though, this is 9-8. This is potentially a wild card. I'm just saying.
Dude, I see why NFL might quit. I'm out of here.
But listen, there's a few games here that can go the opposite way. The Texans game, for sure. I think that's going to be a very competitive game. I'm looking at. I had us beating you guys once, right? That Green Bay game is in Denver.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that can, I mean, look, dude, 2 plays go your way and you're 11-6. So
We're 7-9.
yeah,
Get out of here,
We're
Darcy.
7-10.
Yeah. So, but
Sports Center is calling Darcy.
but I do believe though.
Bo Nix has thrown another interception.
I'm looking though, and I'm like, I think I originally had you guys at 10-7. So if I had to go like comb this schedule again and look at somewhere along those lines, maybe that 3-game stretch where those losses, maybe I can give you the Green Bay game. I think I originally had you at 10-7.
I think that London game. I just trust Sean Payton to prep us for a London game more than I trust a first-time head coach. And yeah, Sean Payton's going to do what he did last year and keep us on the East Coast after that Philly game. Yeah, I think 10 wins is the absolute basement for this team, and I think we'd all be bummed if that happened because we won 10 games last year and we had a phenomenal offseason, and y'all have admitted we had a good offseason. But I do agree, division's way better this year.
Could you put into words what it's like being a Colorado Rockies fan?
I only like the Rockies during Rocktober.
Okay.
So no.
I think you're going to experience a little bit of that disappointment in football season.
Oh, there's no way, dude.
You know what? I can give you the best example of being a Rocky fan is being an A's fan.
Or a Royals fan. Listen, I mean, the Royals are good now, but guess what? I watched a lot of 100-loss seasons, so,
This is going to be fun right here. Okay, look. We all wanted to just say L, just a whole bunch of L's because Jake chose his family over his AFC West family today.
We're family. This is family.
Just disgusting work. But let's keep it a buck here because we got to go back. We had the Chargers winning a few of those games.
Yeah,
during our schedule. So
I say we vote like Graphk tee us up. We vote
2-1. 2-1. Like whoever. We'll do that. We'll do that.
And if I get overruled, just like January 6th, we're going straight to the Capitol. Okay.
Week 1.
We're never getting sponsored.
Ever. Wipe away that whole ESPN talk that we were talking about.
Yeah. I'm not here right now.
Take the jab.
Yo. All right, week 1, I think I had – wait. Okay, I'm going to start with Ben here. Chargers, Chiefs.
I'm voting Chiefs.
I had the Chiefs winning as well, right? So, okay, so we can all agree here that the Chargers take the L. Okay. Week 2, I have the Raiders winning.
I think we all had the Raiders because so did Darcy.
No, Darcy had us losing.
I didn't. I had you guys losing, but
Raiders.
Jake's not here. I'm not going to be super upset if this goes in the Raiders' favor.
Yep.
Okay. Week 3, this was in LA. I think the Chargers winning this game and you guys beating them in Denver. So I have the Chargers here.
I have Broncos.
I'll take the Broncos.
Let's go.
Damn. 0-3. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I guess
be amazing.
I guess it is gonna end up the way we were trying to do this thing. Giants. I think we can all agree.
Giants. I mean Chargers.
They get their first win week 4 in New York. Week 5, the Commanders. I mean, this could be an interesting game. It's in LA, SoFi. It's kind of tough to fly all the way out from DC. This may be one of the ones. You know what? I'm gonna go Chargers here.
Who's got it better than us? Yeah, I'll go Chargers here too because I don't want Jaden to be good.
But
yeah,
I think Chargers are gonna beat Miami. I think Miami's trying to figure that whole thing out. I know they're traveling out east. They're looking like they're gonna move. A bunch of former All-Pro guys. They're trying to probably move off that Tyreek Hill contract. It looks like their Pro Bowl tight end maybe moving to Pittsburgh here shortly. So, I think that the Chargers win this football game.
I actually think Dolphins, man, because that game's in Miami.
Okay.
The without even it being a close second, the Chargers are flying over 40,000 miles this season.
Yeah.
So going LA to Miami. And guys want to party like when do you remember that
Everybody
game?
can take some ecstasy on South Beach and be cooked.
You guys remember when the Broncos lost like 70-20 or something?
I'll definitely remember that.
I don't remember it, but a lot of Broncos have come out and just said like the South Beach party temptation is so real, and so yeah, I think Dolphins.
Okay, Darcy, what you got?
Neither.
Show us with if you vote for the Dolphins, do Tua's claw.
Oh,
from his concussion. Okay.
Cancel for sure.
Yeah,
Never
we'll,
gonna be a sponsor.
just for that, we'll do the Chargers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, breathe a little easier, Graph. We're good.
Yo, Ben with a haymaker. All right, I think we can all agree here, right? The Colts traveling back west. I mean, this is going to be a Chargers win, right?
Yeah.
Minnesota's beating the Chargers. I think regardless, if they're going with JJ, I think he's going to be really good. It was not really his rookie season, but his first year as the starter out there. They got better defensively. They brought in some big time guys in free agency. They still have one of the better duos at the wide receiver position with Addison and JJ. I'm going Minnesota. I think that this may not even be close.
Did you guys see the report that they might want Aaron Rodgers and that JJ doesn't look good? I mean, and it's that one guy.
I think Aaron Rodgers wants them. I don't think the Vikings want Aaron Rodgers. I'm going with the Vikings. I think they're going to be really good.
I think Rodgers wants to try and complete the Brett Favre trifecta.
Yeah, I think Chargers, but you guys win it, so win for the.
All right, Minnesota. Week 9 on the road in Nashville.
We don't even have to talk about this one.
Yeah. Week 10. Najee faced his former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm telling y'all, regardless, it's probably going to be Aaron Rodgers out there. If not, it's going to be Will Howard probably or Mason Rudolph. I don't know.
Christy, you got like a guy over your right shoulder, and he looks like he wants to roll. Like he honestly looks like he wants to fight, and Graphk and I have your back, but we're kind of like far away. Are you safe right now?
I can get there in about 6.5 hours.
Yeah, I'd be there in about 12, and all I could do is really
tweet. In a suitcase by then, so you guys would probably not be much help, but anyway, will Aaron Rodgers be foaming at the mouth because he's on ayahuasca at this point?
It's a hell of a drug, man. It's a hell of a drug.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I think that defensively, they're still going to be a juggernaut.
Yeah, me too. I'm going Pittsburgh too. It's a loss for the Chargers.
Yeah. All right, week 11.
Another California team going all the way to Florida, man. That's rough.
Yeah, it is, but I still have the Chargers winning this game.
Give me Jaguars.
Okay, what you got, Darce?
I'll go Chargers.
Darce, you're the worst.
So the Chargers can beat the Jags, but the Raiders can't. That shit's crazy at home.
Yeah, that's messed up.
It's wild. Bye week. Week 13.
Guys, are we honestly best friends?
Yeah.
Are we going live on this, or is this a pre-record?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't know how we'd edit the Tua stuff out.
I forgot what the hell we had, what we had going on. Week 13, SoFi Stadium, Raiders, Chargers. I had us beating them at home. I had them beating us in LA. We've been historically bad at SoFi Stadium. How you guys calling this one?
Raiders.
Chargers.
Okay. I think we can all.
I love how we got Graphk to bet against his team just for the rankings.
Thought he liked Raiders.
Hey man, don't question my loyalty.
I read that one really wrong.
I'm a realist. Okay, the Philadelphia Eagles. Team
Easy win.
Darcy's very familiar with.
Michael Penix, you would have Bo Nix and Caleb ahead of them. I would. Exactly right. If we were going to really rank it and go that, I think I'd have these guys slightly ahead of them. I would. I'm
excited about the hell was that?
Comfortable about a little projection. That's where it's a little different than maybe Drake May or even Michael Penix. Okay, to me, there's a little less rawness here.
What's going on
about Drake May? Right?
What the hell is that?
Me? He's got to fix. Not to say these two aren't perfect. Don't get me wrong. And Michael Penix, like we talked about,
only 2 games. It's been.
And one guy didn't have Sean Payton and the best defense.
Yo, Ben, it's you.
You gotta close out your tabs.
That's
What?
Okay, you're good.
My phone just started. I mean, it was about Bo Nix, so that's good.
Brad had the Chipmunks talking about the Broncos.
That could have been the freakiest conversation ever. Thank God it wasn't.
Thank God it wasn't. That's what you would expect, right?
Yo, and just because of that, I got the Chargers winning right here against the Chiefs.
Okay. Okay.
Now I forgot. I got the Chiefs winning this game.
Chiefs.
All right.
So we got the Chiefs sweeping the Chargers.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Week 16, Chargers go out to Dallas. This is going to be an interesting one because both teams are probably going to be playing for their playoff lives here. I'm not expecting Dallas to win their division with the Commanders and Philly there, so they're probably going to be fighting for a wild card spot here. I'm
reading the comments.
I got the Cowboys winning this game.
Yeah, give me Cowboys.
All right.
Yeah.
Week 17. Chargers get a little get back right here against the Texans. They got destroyed in the playoffs. They're at home. I got the Chargers winning this football game.
Yeah, I'll go with the Chargers. I don't know if Houston's going to be healthy in week 17.
So it doesn't really matter what Ben got because we doubled up on them. And then right here, week 18, I had you guys losing the first one, right? I think.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, did you?
I got Denver winning. I got Denver winning this game.
Broncos win. That's what I said, man. They're going to finish last in the AFC West. Did you get for not being here, Jake?
8-9. So Darcy had Raiders 7-10. I had Denver at what, 9-8?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we all what were the Chiefs? Ben, you had them at 12-5.
Yep.
And then Chargers 8-9. So if everything worked itself out that way, the Chiefs win, and pretty much by a large margin.
Yes.
And
You know what? I think we did a fantastic job tonight, fellas. I think this was great. Very productive. I feel great. You guys feel good?
No,
I hate it.
No, I don't like it.
I think we should do the Chiefs one again.
Okay,
Yeah.
no.
Let's do the whole let's start it over. Run it back from the top. Start it. Okay, let's edit it. Start it when I talked about Tua's claw.
Nasty,
and-
nasty, go.
Okay.
So salute to the chat. If everybody, I see a lot of people here wants to get some questions in, get some questions in before we get out of here. We're still under an hour. We're expecting to do a little more than an hour. So if you guys get some questions in, we'll definitely kick it. Is there any new news going around your guys' team right now? Darcy, Kansas City?
You know
anything?
what? Let me
Something happened with Rasheed Rice that's on your channel.
No, he's just back. He's just
Oh,
back. Oh, wait,
okay.
actually, no. There was a third lawsuit that was named, but we don't have to talk about that.
Another one?
Go into
Well,
it.
here's
Darce.
the thing.
Let's
It's
pull
one
up
of
that
those,
dash cam footage real quick.
it's
when
one of
he's
those
fleeing the
things
scene.
that like I'm not super concerned about because it's not like a criminal suit. It's just a it's one of the civil. So and
Okay.
the NFL doesn't really care about civil lawsuits. So let me try.
While you look it up, I want to ask you: is there any players out there that you're hearing good things about at OTAs? Any young guys? Anybody anybody standing out? Dan, you're stupid.
Can I share a? Image?
Yeah.
I just shared a podcast, so but I have 3x speed, so do whatever you want.
Yo,
Let me
salute
try-
to CGR in the building, my guy. Oh,
think
Piano Man is in the building. The only Chargers fan to show up.
Yes, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So I did. I talked about this on my channel. This is according to PFF of the top 10 AFC rosters in the conference, and I noticed that all of our teams are on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool that Raiders made it. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. I see what's going on around here. Okay.
I was surprised to see Denver at 5.
Get out of here. Bro, we were a 10-win team.
Yeah, but your roster
No, but
We had an incredible offseason. Tell me one hole on our roster right now.
bro, if any list that has the Colts on it is wrong anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They have the Colts at 8.
Wow.
Like
Graphk
8.
never liked Irsay. He always had beef with Irsay. He did.
No, I
Still
love
doesn't
their
respect
party.
him. Nope.
This man just passed away, Ben.
I know.
Show some respect.
Right? Ursay used to party, man. I rock with Ursay heavy. But I'm looking like, how are the Colts at 8? This is nasty.
Oh yeah, I'm not necessarily agreeing with the list. I just wanted to pull it up.
Yeah. No, but it is great to see this. It was like when we had 3 quarterbacks in the top 10 on PFF, and then the other one was like 22. I think it was
Get
Bonet.
out of here.
Mm.
Something like that.
I
Yeah.
do remember
I only
that.
like PFF if it agrees with me.
Honestly, look at this list right here. And what are you changing? Because there's some other teams that aren't even on this list right now. I'm the Colts are out of here. We can do top 10. The Colts are gone. I don't know.
Raiders are honestly better than the Colts.
Yes. I mean,
And
Should the Steelers.
honestly,
even
you
on
might be
there?
better than the Steelers. Like, I guess Raiders defense is rough, right? Like,
no, if
if
we're healthy,
Wilkinson is
if we're
back,
healthy, you always
that's
call
a
him
huge
Wilkinson.
if,
I love
dude.
that shit.
what's his actual name?
Wilkins.
No,
Because
dude, he's my guy. I talked to him. He has me call him Wilkins.
we had Christian Wilkinson as well, so I think that you
yeah.
always mix them up.
Well, I call them both the same.
But Chargers belong on this list. Broncos definitely. Texans, Bills, Chiefs. Ravens. I don't really have an issue with the top 6. Cincinnati offensively is great. Their old line is still questionable, and once again, that defense. What are they going to do without Trey Hendricks? And then their rook is not signed yet, so that could be a team that may not even be on this top 10 list either. Honestly, the Bengals may fall completely out of this top 10, but
that offense will keep them in a lot of games, but it's not going to win when it matters,
Yeah, but I'm not mad at this list. Just take the Colts off and maybe add. I'd have the Browns over the Colts.
Yeah, depending on quarterback situation.
Just saying.
Were we going to talk about COVID for a while, or did you get?
Stop the spread.
Salute to Hug D's with the perfect distraction. Salute to the nation and Graphk. Ben, you're cool. Just delete your Bo Nix shirtless pics. Darcy, cut your hair, paint a face on your backside, and learn how to walk backwards. You talking out of your peach.
I just got my hair cut yesterday. Should I go back in?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Hug.
Do a do-over.
Talk, Hug. I love it.
Do a
Talk,
do-over.
Hug. Let me see. Daniel says the Raiders are better than the Steelers, Bengals, and Colts without even playing.
Really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, just because we mentioned Hug D's, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Go hug your friends. Go hug your friends.
Yep. Yeah.
Are
And
we-
it's also
hey, for an
Maybe
in-person
not
hug,
too hard though,
Yeah.
depending. Maybe not too hard.
for an in-person hug, what's our in-person event we're all going to this year, guys? Wow, Dars. Wow.
he's stupid as shit.
Um,
Yo, he said,
Are we all going to that Broncos Raiders game?
I-
Darcy, you gonna roll up?
yeah, might as well.
I'm with it. I thought we were gonna try and pick a Vegas game as well.
Yeah, we should. We should.
What would happen to me in Vegas? Like, you guys would have my back, or probably not? Be honest.
Yeah. I
I've never
what
actually
are you gonna
been
do?
in a fight. I don't know. I've always wanted to be in a fight, have friends who had my back, kind of thing. Up to you guys. Let me know.
We'll hold you down, bro.
Okay.
We got you. We got you.
Dars,
Pause.
Dars, shirt off real quick. You're pretty
Nope.
jacked, right?
Yo, salute to everybody here in the bill. You can tell that we have absolutely nothing else to talk about right now. So
Why don't we just start talking about Carl Nassib?
oh, man. the group chat is disgusting. It's just disgusting. The Nassib and Michael Sam talk, nasty work. Disgusting. Salute to everybody. Anthony says, cancel the show.
You guys.
He said, Ben's in real trouble, my guy. Air quoted in a fight. Facts. Anything else to say, my guys, about your teams? Once again, Ben, have you heard anything with the Broncos out of OTAs? Have you heard? I'm hearing really good things about RJ Harvey.
Yeah. I mean, the crazy part, Sean Payton only lets media in when he absolutely has to. And so we get 2 media availabilities the entire OTAs. I mean, the Raiders are basically making a Hard Knocks of their entire OTA. So it's hard to know anything of what's going on there, but excited. Thursday's the next open one that we'll hear more.
Hearing really good things about Geno. Jack Besh has been going crazy at OTAs. Dante Thornton Jr., he is absolutely cooking out there. It looks like he's already ahead of the curve, and he may be ready to go his rookie season. But once again, no pads, no helmets on yet, so I'm not going to jump the gun. But I'm excited to hear my guys name a ton. You know what I mean? Like, that lets me know that, we attacked this draft the right way. We brought in 3 wide receivers, and we needed that help. So, but any guys out of there? What have you heard anything about Elijah? I still got to link you up with Badger. But have you heard anything?
Not really. I mean, it's hard for me to be, super optimistic about the Chiefs right now, just because it's like, I don't like it's organized practice. Like, that's what OTAs is. But I think Josh Simmons is probably going to be left tackle. So that is something that will be interesting to watch in camp. But I'm excited for training camp, because that's when it actually gets real.
Yo, I like to. I got to bring this up.
I'm also just trying to move on from the conversation that we just had. So it's like,
but outside of the private chat where Ben is getting turned up to the max behind the scenes, I want to ask you real quick, Ben. Why did you not mention? So you put the video up on your channel.
Yeah.
You didn't mention us talking about the corners, the linebacker. Like, you only mentioned a few position groups to make us look really crazy. I hated that. I see a few Bronco fans in the building.
Narrative.
Yeah, he was painting his narrative, because we all agreed I think we all said that Denver has the best secondary in this division, and we gave you a ton of love.
Yeah, fact.
With certain positions, but you painted us to be some haters.
And that's
man.
why you guys are going to go 7-10 this year.
No. Graphk said we were going 10-7. Flip them.
9-8, but it is what it is.
You said you were going 10-7. He didn't.
No. We're 10 is the floor.
I would have loved to see Jake here and see how he would have called this. I guarantee you he probably has 11 wins for the Chargers. I guarantee you. He's probably at that 11 mark. And he'd be totally wrong. They're winning like 4 games this year. Herbert's going to break his back first quarter in Brazil. It's going to be disgusting work.
Herbert gets his back broken in Brazil.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I don't really get it, actually.
Oh my God, the Brazilian butt lift.
Oh my.
Oh my God. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Hopefully we can come back next Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to be around anymore, but
does YouTube ever take channels off forever? I probably should Google it. Okay.
We've never said nothing. We're just having some fun, man. I mean, outside of you did mention COVID, Tua, and some other shit.
No, I think Matt at ESPN.
Storming the Capitol somewhere in there.
Storming the Capitol. Yo,
that was
nasty.
I don't know how you're gonna cut this one up, Ben. I have no idea how you're gonna cut this one up.
Yo, he's gonna paint a narrative. He's gonna take all that out and make us look crazy.
Yep.
He's gonna have me mention COVID, Darcy, and you
make it sound like Graphk was the third shooter on the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
JFK.
Yo, oh my God, man! Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we will be back next Tuesday
God willing.
Our AFC West show. Jake will be back, so I definitely want to have his opinion on this whole schedule get down prediction. Oh. Yo, you guys got anything to say on the way out, man?
No, I think we've done enough. We've done enough.
Yo, salute to Ben for the comedy hour. Salute to Darcy out there putting that work in out there at ESPN.
I have to go on the radio after this. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Hey, can anybody just call you at work?
Yeah. Do you want me to call in real quick?
I might have to give you guys a number.
Yeah, give us that number.
Bro, text the number, bro. I'm gonna put it.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna put it in the community chat. Yeah. Let's get the people involved.
I'm googling it right now.
We could talk about the White House. We could talk about COVID. We could talk about all that good shit. Nah, but hey, go have a great show, Darce. Once again, man, salute to everybody here in the building. As always, on the way out, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on Darcy's channel, on my channel, and also go follow our brother Ben, Sports Talk Denver, on YouTube. He just hit 25. He's over 25,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys go run it up, get him to 27. And we will be doing our 28K show tomorrow. Coffee and Combo just hit the 28K mark. Wow. Thank you guys to everybody who supports. And I just definitely appreciate it. We're well on our way already to that 29-30 range. So make sure you guys keep running those numbers up on all 3 of our channels. Keep us in the algorithm. It definitely helps because we're trying to take this show to the next level.
On the road, baby.
On the road, baby. Straight up. So if you guys can, man, once again, subscribe to all my guys, Jake included, and just support, man. And that'll allow us to continue to do these shows week in and week out, bring in some sponsors and be able to take care of our families with this. You know what I mean? So other than that, man, as always, love, appreciate you all. We will see you guys next week.